How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Reaction Time. Today we're doing something interesting. It's gonna kind of blow your mind a little bit. Things you never knew are actually that big. Here's an example. My feet are actually way bigger than most people think. Check this out. I can't. I'm not flexible enough. I'm a size 13.
Wow.
In men.
Wow.
US. Also, if you guys don't know, my thighs. My thighs are actually bigger than most people think. I got chunky thighs. You know, they jiggle sometimes. Oh, that's too much. And you know,
no, I don't know.
Most people don't know this, but my nipples are pretty big. Just kidding, everybody. Welcome to Reaction Time. I'm your host, Tall Fishman. Follow me on Instagram at Tall Fishman and Twitter. But we are looking at different things, maybe animals, objects that you didn't know are that big compared to humans. Let's put them to scale like this wombat. If you've never heard of a wombat, they're short-legged, muscular, and are native to Australia. They have small stubby tails. They kind of look, I don't know, like gophers and bears combined. Yeah, it looks like a big puffy gopher. And since you guys probably didn't know, wombats are huge. Look at this. Look how big this wombat is compared to the woman. 3/4 of her size. Like, oh my god. Big animals, big thighs, big body, small arms, big face. That's right.
Como mi pequeñita.
No. Next up, actually, I just saw sea turtles. They're actually amazing. Recently went on a trip to Hawaii. It was so cool. If you guys don't know, it's actually on my personal channel right now. You can go check it out by going to Tall Fishman. It's gonna be in the description, or you can just go to the channel that looks exactly like this. There were sea turtles. It was amazing. One of them was huge and actually lived for a long time. So this is a giant leatherback sea turtle. Look how big it is compared to a human. So you can actually fit like 3 people on the back of this thing. Absolutely massive. The head is huge. I have a big head, but this is how big the sea turtle head is compared to mine. Like, I don't think I have a big head anymore after this. Like, I feel so much better about myself.
Todavía es anormalmente grande.
Anyways, now if you guys ever seen giant sea turtles, let me know in the comments. That's right. I wonder how much it weighs. At least 500 pounds. Okay, maybe because of the shell. Maybe 1,000. I don't know. Huge. It's really big. Now think of the sun. Think of Earth. Usually you see diagrams, but they still want you to be able to see Earth in the diagrams. Now, if they were to scale, the sun would actually be this big, and the Earth would actually be this big. And you can actually fit this many Earths inside one sun. That's how big the sun is. Think about that explosive energy, baby. Like, if you think you're a big guy, put yourself to scale with the Earth, then put yourself to scale with the sun, then put yourself to scale with my neck. It's abnormally large. It kind of bothers me. Next up, we got a land snail, but this is a giant African land snail. Now, of course, it's not like a normal snail. This one is a rare snail. Not many are like these, but they exist. It looks like an alien. I don't know why people don't give snail the credit it deserves. One of the weirdest looking things I've ever seen. But look how cute this one is. Even though it's gonna leave slime all over your hand, it looks like the nose. I don't know if it's even a nose, but like the mouth and the nose looks like a bunny, right? Let's compare them. Like, it's like a little bunny. Just a different color, and then the eyes, yeah, the eyes are weird. It's creepy. But if you gave him some eyeballs right here, it would be such a cute little thing. It's actually big. It'll be like right here. Still, I like it. Speaking of big, let's think of a blue whale, right? To scale, here's a human, and here's a blue whale. Yeah. Now, to power that blue whale, you need a big, powerful heart. Now, when you look at the heart, this is to scale of a human next to a blue whale's heart. Oh my god. The heart's pretty similar, of course, to a human heart. It's a mammal. But just to give you perspective, you could actually fit in the artery that leads up to the heart. Like, look at this. It's huge. Now think of the blood pressure that whale has. It'll probably be able to like make you fly out. Okay, we're not talking about this anymore. It's a little creepy. The heartbeats are probably insanely loud though. Almost like explosions. Just think about it. Oh my god. Now check this out. Titanic was considered one of the largest ships in the world, or if not the largest ship in the world at the time. Here is a scale reference of the Titanic versus modern cruise ships today. Yeah, modern cruise ships are about 10 times bigger than how big Titanic was. Come on, icebergs. I didn't think any icebergs would take down the Titanic. Well, it did. Now think about these cruise ships. They'll just go right through them, huh? No, obviously not. But still, it's such a cool comparison. What do you guys think? It's like the mother and the son. This one is the most interesting one. Here is the eagle talon. An eagle talon versus the human hand. They're actually almost the exact same size. Who would have thought that an eagle, a bird most people probably think is not the largest, has such big talons? No wonder they can pick up cats or other animals so easily. Look at this thing. Maybe we should have a competition who can grow the longest nails, huh? huh? This actually blows my mind, and I don't want to mess with an eagle anymore. Very scary. I'm scared. I peed myself. I'm kidding.
Are you?
Now here is a model of what's called a Quetzalcoatlus Northropy model next to the average man. Well, actually, this man is more than average. This man is actually almost 6 foot tall, I think. 1.8 meters. This is the largest bird to have ever roamed the earth. Largest flying animal ever. I mean, it lived in the dinosaur age, and just to scale, see how smaller birds are now compared to this? That would engulf a human instantaneously. Like, it would be so easy, like there's no fight. Speaking of which, have you ever seen horse lungs? No? Well, how about fully inflated horse lungs? This is how big they would be if the horse lungs were full of air, absolutely massive. Don't mess with any horse now. What if I want to expand my lungs? Let's see how big I would get. Oh, it didn't work. The Great Pyramid of Giza compared to a human. Here's one human. If you look all the way up, that is the pyramid. Wow. Good luck trying to climb that. A moose compared to cars. Yeah, it has the height of a large SUV, but it would have way more power and can just ram through anything. A wolf size compared to coyotes. If you've ever been around a coyote or had it in your neighborhood, they're not the smallest, but this is a wolf. Wolves are huge. Now, if you look all the way in the back, that's a school bus. And then if you look all the way in the front, industrial vehicle, look at the difference in size. Now, I know there's camera angles and all of that, but it's astonishing. Humpback whale and human for comparison. If the moon was replaced with Saturn, this is how big Saturn would look to us. This is to scale, and that's how much bigger Saturn is compared to the moon. Remember, the moon is usually just like a little dot right here. It would be like a small little circle. Wow, so Saturn would actually dominate. It would be scary. Now, speaking of road signs, when you look up at them, they don't look massive, but when they're up close, this is actually how big they are. That's how big they have to be for you to actually see them when you drive by in the freeway or something. Each letter is about half the size of your body. We're talking about signs. Now, what about the traffic lights? This is a traffic light compared to a human. It takes up like 2/3 of her body, but when you look up at them, they don't look that big. Saltwater crocodile versus a human being. Oh my god. Talk about swallowing a person whole. Like, that would be such an easy task. I know alligators are smaller. Crocodiles are the big ones, but again, you wouldn't want to mess with both. Look at this. It really reminds me of like an underwater dinosaur. A human hand versus a gorilla hand to scale. Gorillas have massive hands. If this was a human hand, the gorilla hand would look like this. Yeah, really big and scary, and it would probably crush your hand if it wanted to. Don't piss off gorillas. Ooh, look what we have here. A Froze Rose from the makers of Bang, the best tasting energy drink out there. Wow, that's good. I love this flavor. It's actually pretty new. And there's more new flavors always coming out. If you go to Instagram and type in @BangEnergy, follow them, check them out, stay up to date with everything Bang. You can know when these new flavors come out. Also got this cotton candy flavor. Actually delicious. It'll remind you of your childhood. Man, that's good. It'll give you a blast of energy. Speaking of blast, we got a Star Blast. Like I said, there's so many flavors to choose from. Check this out. You can try them all using my code TALL25, so you can get 25% off your purchase at checkout, only because you're a viewer of the channel. So guys, again, a huge shout out to Bang Energy for sponsoring this channel. And let me know which one's your favorite flavor, guys. That's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go right back into the video. Let's go. Now, I think it's Sequoia. Did I say that right? I'm not sure. Sequoia National Park has the largest trees in the world. They're hundreds of years old and absolutely massive. How about a wild boar compared to an adult wolf? Like, we saw how big the wolf was compared to a coyote. Now, this is how big a boar is. What a big difference. It's probably 10 times the size. A wind turbine blade, you know, when you drive by them near a desert or something, or just a very flat field that usually gets a lot of wind. It would actually be this big if a human stood right next to it. Talk about size. If only, you know, I could get some help down there. What? This is Yao Ming versus a person who's 7 foot. The person to the right is actually 7 feet tall, and this is Yao Ming next to that person. And this is me. I'm 6'3". And this is an average man. Just to put that in reference, how tall these guys are. Now we're looking at a Photoshop photo, of course. This is a comet compared to the city of Los Angeles. I'm scared. I'm scared. No more. No more. That makes me really nervous. Now you think you have a chance. You're like, wow, but the city's so big. Look at this thing. It can completely take down downtown LA in like a little touch. It's just like a little whoop, and it's gone. This is like scarier than nuclear bombs, I swear. Bear claws next to human hands. Just the actual claws are the length of a human finger. Like, oh my God. Let's go next, please. This is the United States compared to the moon. Now, when you think of the moon and how small it is, United States covers more area than the moon. By that, I mean the length of United States is longer than one side of the surface area of the moon. The size difference between $10,000 in ones and $10,000 in 100s. Now, if you really want to look rich, add a $100 bill to each one of these. Put it in the front and some people won't notice the difference. Kind of like a life hack. This is a 400,000 volt underground cable that transfers electricity. This is how big it is compared to a person's hand. Now, think about it this way. I think a lightning bolt is 50,000. This can carry 8 times the capacity of electricity. Now, for reference, here are some more photos. This is a polar bear paw and a human hand. A coconut crab versus a trash bin. Oh my god, that's a creepy looking crab. A centipede versus a hand. Ooh. It's kind of hard to just remind yourself that these things actually exist and they're actually bigger than you think. It makes you feel incompetent. This is a giant freshwater stingray. Never mess with a stingray, especially when it looks like this. This is an excavator and a girl standing inside one. But that's how you dig really fast. Now remember the wind turbines we were talking about? Here's a tornado compared to the wind turbines. How big this storm can really get. Tigers can actually reach up to 10 feet. Where a human can only reach up to like 7 feet or so, maybe less. Remember the blue whale heart we talked about? I'm not kidding when I said you can go inside an artery. Look at this. Guys, did you enjoy the compilation? If you did, let's get a like. Let's get 50,000 likes. And I would love to do a part 2 because this is really interesting. Like I said, it's educational time with reaction time, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and again, check out my channel, my personal channel, Tall Fishman. Totally different content. You guys decide what I do on there. It's gonna look like this, or just go to the description. And if you don't want anything big, you'd prefer these little small hedgehogs. That's right, this is Alfredo, the homie. Little savage hedgehog. We got replicas. Go to timelessbrand.com, also in the description, first link, and you can get your own little savage. Look at this guy. So he's back in stock. Make sure to get it. It's gonna end here. Follow me on Instagram at tallfishman and Twitter. Follow me in the next 30 seconds. I'll DM you guys back. So I'll see you guys there. Have a great one. Till next time. Peace.